Hello and welcome. I've got the wrong thing up. Hang on. How can I get that? Hang on. It's going well, this already. What's that one? Oh, there we go. That was complicated for some unknown reason. Yes, welcome. Hello. My name is Trismesis. Wait a minute. Why is there nothing on the screen again? There we go. Why does that not update itself? YouTube is rubbish. So, hopefully that's there. Oh dear, this restream stuff is very confusing for me. Okay, yes, the point is, this stream is going to be as quick as I can possibly make it. I very much thought about cancelling it, but I seem to have basically not really finished a lot of playthroughs that I was doing on stream a lot recently. So, yeah, I wanted to finish this off, and we will get as close as we can, as quick as we can, to launching a rocket. If we don't make it, if it takes 3 hours, and well, that's going to cause me all sorts of problems, but it takes 3 hours and we've not done it, then I will do some pickup stream at some point in the distant future. I'm definitely going to finish this off. For the record, for those who are catching up on VOD, apologies. Literally 10 minutes ago I was editing this video I'm putting out tomorrow, so taking a little while for my brain to get into place. But basically, yes, 432 was the most recent Friday Facts, where it explained what Aquilo was all about. I'm not going to go through it again, but basically, yeah, so to introduce you to the cryo building and the burner, etc., etc. So, the actual game itself. Oh, dear. I did exactly what I said I was going to do yesterday and last night, which was that I... actually, I didn't even check my audios were working. Yeah, cool, we do have audio. Which was that I went round... Well, I left it running while I went and got some dinner. And it made a whole bunch of gold science. So, I don't think I can show you that properly on this version. Yes, so we have a train here. As you can see, it's getting stuff stacking up in the chests, so the train itself is full. It's not switched on. We might as well switch it on, to be honest with you. Why are you not doing anything? Destination full. How could destination... Oh, because it's trying to go pick up. Go to drop off, please. Hello, LM2. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Senna. How you doing? So, it should deliver its first load of researches, gold science researches. I can't remember whether I set these chests properly. That's a question. We might end up with tens of thousands of science packs, because I realised I hadn't set the purple chests properly, and this was absolutely jam-packed full of science, which partly explains all the pollution, because it's just been chugging away making some of the most polluting stuff. But after that, after I'd had my dinner and we'd got a train full of gold science, I went round and just cleared out these guys who'd been causing us some problems. I am quite sure some will repopulate. We're at that sort of stage in the game. Doing well. Are you hyped for getting that rocket launched soon? Yes, that is the goal today. We are now therefore researching logistic system. Now that there is gold science over there, what we do need to go and do is add on those labs that I copy pasted. I didn't put them in, so I did order up the labs. So we have 16. So we'll nip over and do that so that it gets done twice as fast. But yes, we are very much at the stage where I'm just going to be, throwing things together. I mean, I always throw things together. That's me, isn't it? But throwing things together just to get us a rocket launched and hopefully a satellite. I'm not actually fussed about the satellite bit, but if we can get the rocket launched, so we need to make things like low density structures and all that sort of stuff. Hello, Santiago, Shay. Welcome. Thank you very much. And says, love your speculation videos. Keep it up. That's very kind. Unfortunately, I can't really do a lot of speculation now because I do have access to the beta. So it was kind of really, really fun the other week when there was that one where, they were revealing the revised lever, and that wasn't in the game when I was reading the Friday Facts. So yeah, it was fun to be able to do it as speculation again. Then. I'm not sure what I'm going to do when it's all released and you've all got it, and there's nothing I can tell you about the game. It's all gonna have to change, I think. Maybe I'll find another game to speculate about. Okay, so let's get this built. I'm a bit puzzled why you just sat there. Why you just sat there? Missing science packs, gold ones. Have I not? Oh, here they come. Oh, it's got it done a tiny bit because I just tested the line basically and sent. It had like 100 science packs in it, so that's when it's done a tiny bit. Cool. So yes, the big day tomorrow when all your favourite content creators spoil it for you. It's been funny watching my sub count because it's clear that some people really are unsubscribing, you know, from stuff in order to kind of avoid spoilers. Because my sub count's been going, you know, I mean, then you know the numbers are not gigantic, so it's like, you know, it goes up or down by 1 or 2, but there's usually a little bump every Friday Facts video. Of sort of, well, some of them do really well, but yeah, there's usually at least 2 or 3 subscribe, and this time it's sort of the net effect is about 10, but say I kept seeing it going, you know, down again as people were clearly going, oh well, he's going to cover that Friday Facts, right, and I don't want to know about it. I was saying yesterday, I found it slightly bizarre about the whole not wanting spoilers thing. It's a little bit strange to me because of the nature of the game. I'd get it entirely for all sorts of other types of games. I did not put speeds in there, did I? Just put prods. So these will be a little slower than desired. But yeah, I mean, yes, I kind of get it. I'm not saying it's completely alien concept, but as I say, knowing that there are buildings that do things, to me, doesn't seem like a spoiler, but I guess for some people it is. Oh, Biddly Bob. That's not good. Okay. Where are you? Oh, you're over there. I've not even looked at this part thing. I said before that they didn't really seem to be bothering recolonising that. So while we chug through on logistics, I'll go and sort them out. But yeah, got the big embargo lift tomorrow. I'm determined that my video will come out tomorrow, even if at some point I have to go. I'm just going to chop it in 2 and do, just literally do a hard cut and then part 2 tomorrow. Because even recording, I'm finally getting it all into one thing, and even just the recorded questions was over an hour long, just literally the audio for that. So yeah, it's not a simple task getting this together. Right, so we should have lasers as well. Yeah, we've got lasers. There we go. And then there's a bit of a gap there. Crikey. I'll put some lasers on. And what do we think? We're going to... Oh! What are you lot doing? Oh, you're finishing that off. Okay. I don't know. These guys would probably get angry, so we'll just go round. So we want that to finish anyway, which is about to. There's probably a lot of turrets for that section. What do we think? Maybe, yeah, let's just do sort of a half, and maybe leave a gap there, I think. And then that'll be the one place that they come, obviously. I think maybe I've got a few in there. I'm just slightly nervous about that. Not nervous, but the passive power drain on lasers is obviously pretty high. We're at the stage where our solar is pretty much maxed out, and it means nuclear is chugging away all day, basically, which is good. That's kind of what we want, really. Probably going to say I have really appreciated your YouTube content. Thank you very much. Gotta go. That's very kind. Welcome to the stream and welcome to the chat. There's people have said some very kind things about my stuff. Considering it's just some bloke, going on wild flights of fancy about fantasy, and pretty much just, recording it on camera rather than just thinking about it in my head. It's always nice to see people do enjoy it. Although the videos get plenty of dislikes as well, so clearly other people aren't so keen. So it's got to keep that in mind. Right, so that was logistics chests. Finally, we can request things in via bot. So things get a lot easier. I suspect we've not got a lot of stuff in that's going into chests, so we probably need to set that up. But we will get over there and we will start building anything that we need, really. We're probably going to have to do proper... In fact, that's a point. We're going to have to... Oh, that was not good. Try maybe driving and not talking and driving. Yeah, we're going to do, you know, obviously some proper rocket control unit builds, and not proper as in vast quantities, but, you know, you need plenty for a rocket. What we don't have either is like higher level modules. So, silo takes 4? I can't remember now. So we can handcraft them, get them in. We've obviously got beacons, which I'd rather set up manufacturing, but that's not a complicated one to do. So yeah, we'll get them on the go. We did do that research. I think that was the one I sort of accidentally did while I was clearing out biters, wasn't it? So I never put it in. Wasn't a planned thing. Let's get out there. I don't need those labs, do I? Please don't bring me labs. So we need to find... I think the end is probably going to say, now we've got requester chests, we can just stick in extra requests for random things we don't have, rather than having to add belts on. But let's take advantage of the belts that we do have. Ooh, that's right. There you go. Right. So, bacons. Get the key presses right in a minute. So, is it... Yeah, copper cables. It is. Okay. Let's have a couple on the go. Oops, I'm still away. Let's have a couple on the go. Because they are quite slow to make. And we do want to surround a few machines with them. Need to be slightly careful so I don't sort of blow the power. But we do have, you know, a gigantic number of power things stacked up, and literally, I mean, these machines have got 4, you know, they're holding 20 odd or whatever, and there's all this fuel on the belt, and all the fuel on the belt there. So I could easily just stick in a couple of extra reactors or what have you, and just add on stuff there. So we will be able to cope. It's just I need to not accidentally black out our entire base. Oh no, that would be the wire. Right. So that gets us some bacon. So if I can remember to connect it up properly, there we are. It then needs what, steel and red circuits, isn't it? Or is it both circuits? It's both circuits. Not sure about that. Not sure about that. That sounds awfully inappropriate of it. Using up my red circuits. Okay, so we want these not to make more than, I don't know, we'll get say 20 or something. Maybe a bit more than that, maybe 30. And filter on there. Filter on there. Cool. Because they're quite slow to make, so we ought to, assuming I don't blow the power, as I say, stick some of those on. We then have RCUs and low density structures to make, and rocket fuel. We're not doing any rocket fuel anywhere at all. Obviously, low density structures we did make for yellow science, so we could, in theory, stick a train in and just sort of add them in there, but I don't know that we're going to bother with that. Obviously, the silo is researching and will take a while. One of the reasons for waiting for the train was because it does literally, I mean, it holds enough science to do that research, so, you know, we're not going to be waiting other than the time it takes. Is it 1,000 for one of them? Yeah, 1,000. And then ingredients there. So what I might need to do is put some of those in a chest, because I'm not sure about concrete and electric engines. What we can do is see if we can see them and where they're being built. So there's a bit of concrete there then, because that was for nuclear. So am I sticking... I am sticking it in the chest. Okay, loads of it. Excellent. So that's that. What about electric engines? Are they going in a chest? Yes. But only 50 of them. Okay, let's go and make sure it's making a few more. Because we can obviously stack up the ingredients for the silo while we want sort of thing. We might need a lot more steel in another chest. Right, so... and then we'll just sort of... Is it 500? I can never remember. It's enormous amount for a silo. No wonder it weighs so much. So that's that one. Blue circuit requirement is what? 1,000 or something? 200. Oh, it's only 200 electric edge. Okay. What am I thinking of as being 1,000? Could also put that there as well. And put some speeds in. Right, I think speeds in there. Cool. Yeah, so hopefully we'll have enough electric engines. The 200 for the blue circuits should be no problem. Let's do that. Then 1,000 steel. Because we know we had a row of concrete in that chest, so we're fine there. 100 pipes is nothing. So it's just whether or not steel is... It'll literally be a stack or something right in here. Yeah, there we go. So if we let that chug away, making more steel at this end. Then I'm also going to be a bit cheeky. Go down towards the end and get it to hoover up steel that's on the belt. Okay, so where would be a good place if we put it? Oh, well, here we go. Got a bit of a gap. So if we go like that. In fact, maybe this is where we can actually build a silo. And we just then have some... Because obviously then it could get steel directly. And pipes. I could actually... It's long-handeds are rubbish, so we could do that. So that is our silo build eventually. It would also need a requester. Where am I going to fit that in? So if we just go like that. Requester chests, the miracle of life. Don't have any stack inserters being built, do I? So I don't know, Traceable Cackle, whether you are a real person or a bot, or you're posting links to, buying followers and all that sort of rubbish. But links are disabled in Twitch chat, so if you're a real person, then feel free to post whatever you are intending to post as a link, but there are no links allowed in chat, I'm afraid. Partly because I don't have any well, I've had before instances where people have posted things that, didn't want them to post, as it were, and let's put it that way, and yeah. So I guess we could also order the steel in. And yeah, so it just, prevents any issues. We got them. Concrete was the other one, wasn't it? Do the camera still working? Yep. Interesting, my bot kicked in then as well there. I thought he was dead. Right, so where were we? We needed that. We got the pipes on the thing. So this will be our silo. Make sure it's not multi-stacks. Okay, so we're ready for that. When we get a silo, we would then need to build... We would need to have rocket fuel. So, where are we going to make that then? I know we made... Yeah, so we made solid fuel. We just never made rocket fuel. And do I bot it over? It would be a lot easier. Oh, it's quite light in there, isn't it? So how about we... I always forget the rocket fuel recipe because it goes into assemblers, doesn't it? It's not in... Is that right? Yes. Yeah, but they need that as well. Okay. So, what's a good arrangement? What an arrangement anyway. Because we're right up against the thing there, aren't we? So, I don't like that in any way. Let's get the bots of the base to do that. Get rid of some of this junk. Or do I want to take it up from there anyway? Because we could maybe build it in this sort of gap here. Let's just get rid of the rocket. This one ticks. Yeah, rocket fuel is a bit weird indeed. I don't know if it did used to be... Oh, welcome. Hope you're doing well. I don't know. I think part of my reason is I've got this thing in my head that it used to be different, that it was just all made in chemical labs, but it also feels like maybe I've just invented that in my head. It's an equally likely scenario that I just don't remember it. And what's the maths on it? Because the light you get double, don't you? So it needs 10 solid fuel. It takes 30 seconds, and this makes 1 every 2 seconds. So in 30 seconds it would make 15. Is that maths? So in other words, it's not 1-to-1, but if I did 1-to-1 it wouldn't be a disaster. Cool. Let us then... If I did that, I couldn't align it, could I? So, if I did... Oh, I turned my bots off. Because then I could just have a long-handed... Alright. And indeed, move it down one. Because that's in the middle. So just after something nice and simple. The question really is whether I'm going to stick it on a belt. It's a long way to go, so I think bots are just going to be easier anyway. Let us put it in a chest. Be nice to cover the whole thing with power with a single. What shall we call it? No. Oh, that's the wrong button. Don't think it can support that, but if these are slightly faster, I can get prods in. Put the connecting pipe in. This is not attached. It's not attached here either. There's no power. I might just compensate a little for the prod slowdown. And honestly, I can never remember whether it's 3 on 4 modules or not. Let's just make 3 anyway. 1, 2, 3. I can only make 3, so let's see what it does. Okay, so that's some rocket fuel. And then I don't know. Let's cap them at 500 each or something. Yeah, so they are slightly faster. Cool. Okay. Which can I get rods in there as well? I can. Don't like that. Like what I would. Well, I say that. What I want to do, assuming it's worked and I've not messed up the recipe, is make some bacon. Okay. Pipe is in the way. Yes, I know. I'm trying to replace it. And then I saw it go yellow. So they're on the way, just being very slow. Load time is 0. I just started playing this, loving it so far. Good, good, good. It's my favourite game of all time, this. And there is an expansion coming tomorrow. Coming next week. Though, as I've said before, I'm not sure I would 100% recommend that if you've not played it through yet. But yeah. Glad to hear you're enjoying it. Did they bring? They did bring beacons. Excellent, excellent. Now we start getting into the me slapping down more stuff than can possibly be supported. Okay. Yeah, you see, it's creeping up. We'll be okay though. We will be okay. So that's some rocket fuel. We obviously, as I say, am I going to bring the low density structures over? Have we got like, are they like sat on a belt, you know, filling up space? Where even are they? Kinda. We're overproducing a bit. Is there, are we struggling to fill belts or anything? No, we've got stuff going on. So, do I go and double that up and put in some kind of horribly botched together train? I mean, the whole thing's a horribly botched together train network, so that part I'm not worried about. Some idiot has put a coal train there. Because we do have, and this is why I actually put it here, so trains here. So I can easily drop off the low density structures. And then what all we need to do, you see, is make a little build for rocket control units, and then we can drop them off there, and we're kind of sorted. Or I could just make them locally, you know. How would I fit in an extra train? We could literally just put it there, couldn't we? Because all it's got to do is come in and out. Okay, yeah, let's do that then. So do we have train type stuff? We have rail, we have A train. Cool. Okay, so we can get them building a station here. While I go... In fact, would it go that way around? If we do a bit of landfilling, it will. It's bound to be landfill somewhere. There's always landfill somewhere. That's a big base. Wow. I don't think... It's a relative thing, that, isn't it? I think, yeah. When you get into the game, you'll see that... I mean, this is not... I mean, it's a... I suppose it's a big starter base. But it's not actually a big base. If you're really curious, I have a VOD series of where I tried to do a mega base. It wasn't very good. Didn't work very well, but... it made about 4,000 science per minute continuously, and that was a big base. That was huge. The number of biters I killed to get that done. Oh, rocket silo's done. Okay, so... And I can't set the recipe remotely in this, so we will have to go and quickly do that. What do we want to tack on? It would be useful to do some buffs, because obviously we're now getting... you know, reasonable sorts of attacks. There are actually very few sciences left, you know. It's weird, this part of the game, in my opinion, because you get things that you don't really need until you go in proper scale, but everyone sort of builds anyway. And then your most useful things are like super expensive to make, basically. So, yeah, let's add those on. Have we got lasers as well? Yeah, we can do lasers as well. Have we got all of the shooting speeds on lasers? I guess we must have. Oh no, there we go. That one there. And then... we can't do obviously 7 because it's locked behind white science, but we can... unless I get very confused. Do more of those. Oh, we do 7 there because it's that one. I don't actually have any flamer turrets on the go, do I? Yeah, so let's just queue them up. It'd probably be a better idea not to do anything and just let it, you know, not produce pollution. But right, yes, I was going to do this rocket side, wasn't I? Hello, Sandy Hughesman. How you doing? I don't know how that you can play version 1 when you have access to version 2 and DLC. Must have tremendous amounts of discipline. I could play this game no matter what, really. I mean, I played all throughout early access, or not all throughout. I wasn't an early adopter or anything, but no, I mean, I played lots during early access and stuff. So, and the game went through some pretty radical changes. Then, you know, there were points that, you know, there was no nuclear power for a very long part of this game, and you know, Spidertron was added in version 1 and all those sorts of things. So I sort of used to... It's interesting. It's probably the only game where I have successfully like done early access properly, if you see what I mean, and, you know, replayed the game. A lot of games where I have early access, you know, I bought them early and what have you, I've then not really... you know, I've played them through once, sort of thing, and then I've not had the desire to play them when they got to their version 1 version. I can't even remember where that one thing was that I set up to do a rocket. I'm sure it was down here, wasn't it? Oh, we got a little blank bit. Ah, what's that then? Here we go. So this is going to be our silo. Just make sure it is sort of able to put everything in. So concrete, yes, it's got that. Obviously I never put the stack inserter in. Cool. And it doesn't really matter if it takes ages to do that one. I never overlaid that again. But yeah, so it's sort of interesting that I can play this game in any version. It's confusing, I'll be honest. There are bits and pieces where quality of life stuff that's so useful and so nice that I've just my brain has decided that's definitely in the game. But yeah, where are we going to go? We were going to go down, which is the best route. If we go kind of past these cliffs here. You will see me doing, bits and pieces that are related to, like, remapped keys, particularly in combat. So if you see me sort of struggling or whatever, it's often because there are changes to key mappings. Because I like to talk in the streams and keep nattering going, it divides my attention, you see, so I get lost as to which is which, basically. Okay, so up there, and hope that I did bring everything I need, and we could just literally go bosh. I think maybe overlap them, I doubt. We probably don't need this level of productivity, but it shouldn't hurt the gold science production. Oh, cracky. Chats are going in. It's not a big base until the game starts lagging, indeed. And if you also Dosh's video on doing his first mega base, apparently that seemed like a weird thing, but yeah, it's sort of that becomes the challenge of a mega base. Is like, can you break the game effectively? Hello, G Grey Hill. Thank you very much. Love you make everything design how it winds. Yeah, it's quite cool, isn't it? It's a shamelessly stolen from somebody else, and then I forgot how it actually worked and sort of did my own version of it. But yeah, the way it snakes around is quite cool. But I didn't sort of come up with that concept. Hello, Turbo102311. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Triggers. I love your stream, bro. Thank you very much. It's very kind. Another reason for me to choose Railroad, but then I have... Oops. Which one was that? Can't see the chat stuff properly now. Thank you very much, Veteran Forward, for the follow. That's very kind. Welcome along. Another reason for me to choose a Railroad, but then I have to remember to turn expansion back on. Yeah. Yeah, it turns it off, doesn't it, Railroad? There's no expansion. Which I kind of understand, because it is sort of like... It's enormous, Oh, I don't know what was that. Oh, thank you for the follow as well, Turbo. That's very kind. There's a way for me to do it on YouTube as well, but I don't know how to link it in. Oh, cracking. Oh, where did that come from? Huh. Was that a double notification of the same thing? Oh no, Time to Zero. I think you followed as well. Sorry, I got mixed up. So I've got like about 15 windows open over here so I can monitor everything. And it's difficult to know what's what. But thank you all for the follows. It's very kind. Very much appreciated. Oh, actually, was that on YouTube then? No. Are you watching on both? You're on the YouTube chat, Fashion Forward. I remember a time before nuclear was a thing. Yeah, it came in quite a long way after I'd started. I'm guessing this is because they've been assigned to... Here we go. They're coming in, the construction bots, to do their thing. Yeah, nuclear was a bit of a revelation for the game, because it gave you that super powerful, literally powerful, lots of power thing without having to spam down a billion. So, because even in small bases, you still need a ridiculous number of solar panels. And I know a lot of people stick with coal, but that means setting up coal outposts and feeding them and all that. I just could never really enjoyed that. Whereas solar is a bit, to me, is a bit more easier to automate. Just slap a blueprint down and let the bots do it. was watching a video where Krydax is going through all Pride effects and it's about 6 hours long. Is it really? Wow. Wow. Is that just reviewing what they are as well? Then, you know, more in-depth discussion on them. Making the badges go further away in early game. Hello, friend. Hello, Bacon Magician. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. About the factory. Thank you very much. Oh, hello, Ultimate Plays. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Be Brenny as well on YouTube. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I won't need to use burners on Aquila to heat my factory because I'm just that hot. Indeed. It's I'm not going to talk about it, you know, deliberately so sort of thing. But it's an interesting. There's some quirks to it that are reflective of how the game works. If you see what I mean, it's yeah, it doesn't. It's not quite the full-on introduction of heat in all the ways you might expect, shall we say? Which is, it's good actually, because if they did a proper, or they tried to do like a proper heat simulation, I mean, people were already complaining that, you know, because it's not the whatchamacallit, heat pipes aren't performant. Basically, they're not actually kind of all that good. And so no. Has it got signal? It's got signal. So yeah, it's I keep leaving them on. Yeah, so it's sort of good that it's got some quirks, but they're a bit weird. Some of the quirks, if I'm honest. No, wrong one. No, that one. There we go. So yeah, I kind of can't wait for you all to sort of encounter it and sort of go, wait, how does that work? Because it is interesting. I can just put that there, okay. And it would be a pickup, so I can pop that on. Don't need that. We do need those, but not that way around, is it? Why am I... Oh. I turned my box off, didn't I? I mean, if you're that hot, to be honest with you, Bacon Magician, then you might melt your way through the ice, which would not be a good thing, because you'll end up in the ammoniacal ocean, and that's not very good for you. I remember a time building back those days. Kind of building a base for the new update. Oh yeah, sorry, I get confused because there's multiple red people there. Currently building a base for the new update. So, I mean, do so. Don't don't let me stop you. But I would recommend starting afresh. What you might want to focus on is blueprints and things like that. But I would recommend starting afresh for a version 2 and Space Age and all of that playthrough. Because things like map generation in particular are massively improved, and what you'll get when you update, you'll get discontinuity. So basically you'll get a point where it's not already generated the chunks, and when it does generate the chunks, it will use the new algorithm and you'll get a flip over. Now, you may not be fussed from an aesthetic point of view, but the changes they've put in, I would say, are worth playing with. Cliffs in particular are now something you want, basically, I would say. Or I want, anyway. I like them. And it creates terrain, which you'll hopefully see in my Let's Play video, if I ever get it edited, where it's just nice, basically. You see what I mean? So I'm not sure I would recommend starting a base that you're planning to carry forward, but it'll work. You know, the way it will work. It's not that. It's like you know, the things you get, as it were, are just nicer in Nauvis. You'll also struggle, if I'm honest with you, So some of the things that change are quite early in the game. So a lot of your recipes machines will break, basically. I mean, I don't think fixing them's hard, you know, but I'm not sure a version 1 base is like worth bringing into version 2 is what I'm saying. It's worth having like the practice that, and then say in particular, work on blueprints. Get yourself some blueprints. Obviously not rail, because that's completely different, but get yourself some blueprints together if you haven't already. You like green circuits, red circuits, blue circuits, all that sort of stuff, if you don't have those already. Solar blueprint, you know, all of those things are worth having, because they do all just carry over. Blueprints just work the same in the new game. I can drop atom bombs on bugs. You can indeed. You can drop atom bombs on anything you want once you got them. Fresh start for me, indeed. Indeed, fresh start is a must for me as well. The new novice map generation seems awesome. Yeah, so it's what I recommend. It will work. I'm not saying it won't. You know, it's not it's a disaster and it's all problematic. What have you? But I think having done quite a few starts, because they changed stuff and I wanted to basically include it. Now this is, you know, a lot more fun, I would say. The other tip I would give, and it's kind of the tip I give anyway, particularly to new players, is play with play in a grass area, because particularly if you're nervous about the changes to combat, things like that. I say I'd make this recommend anyway to a new player. Don't go and play in a desert for your very first playthrough, because you know, trees are obviously a great big help with reducing pollution. And that's already set. Is this a pickup? Yeah, cool. But say that's a general thing. I would always recommend that, particularly to a new player. Play in a grassland. I say, if you are nervous about the combat and the changes they've done, then grassland is a big help as well. Did I give this a... I did. What are you... You're not saying anything, because obviously you're putting it in the train, aren't you? I guess what we want to make sure of is that... So a lot of these machines are not getting copper, because I've obviously doubled what was pretty much the limit. But also I think it's just a train thing, isn't it? Okay. Because we could swap in some red belt. I'm not carrying... Oh! I'm not sure we're making red belt now that I think about it. That's a bit annoying. Yeah, what I'll do then, just so that we don't, get rid of or use up all the, set that as a priority left, so that it always keeps the gold science on the go. I wonder if these aren't working tomorrow. What are we running out of? Nothing. Red circuits, maybe, but not really. Maths is probably just wrong, to be honest with you. Be fairly normal. Oh, have I frozen again? I have, haven't I? Ah, dear. Oh, that's interesting. No? There we go. Not the camera. I'll move these. Technology, eh? It's great stuff. Cool. Before nuclear, there were no atomic bombs. The way to get power was through steam engines and boilers or solar panels and accumulators or both. Any recipe changes in the new expansion? There are. Yeah, there are some tweaks. I can't really tell you what they are, but it's the type of thing that I'm sure, I'll be honest, Exterminative will probably do, as in a big roundup of all the changes. That's the type of content he loves, but I might put something like that together. I've like overcommitted on what I'm doing, and it's very much a struggle to get around. Oh, you redeemed a bad joke as well. To get it's done this month. I was moaning about it yesterday, wasn't I? October is a horrendous month for me every year, you know. So adding in, also you should spend all your time playing Space Age, and also make the stupid decision to do too much content has been problematic. So yes, let's have a look at some dad jokes. Oops. Let's have a look. See. Let's find out a good one. Or good in quotes when I don't prefer. What we got here? What did the buffalo say to her son on the first day of school? Bye, son. I'm sure you said it yesterday. Oops. No, that's the wrong thing. Sorry. I'm sure you said it yesterday at the end of the stream, but are both the video and the QA live stream airing at the same time tomorrow? No, so the video is not done, basically. And as I mentioned yesterday, I'm going to have to go into the office, but it's an office that's like halfway up the country, basically, so I don't know what time we'll get back. So after this is why I'm trying to rush the Rocky today, is if I can get it done, then it's more likely. But what will probably happen, and I put it in the schedule, that tomorrow, the video will go up tomorrow, and then the live stream will go up on Tuesday. Or I will do a live stream on Tuesday, basically. So what I probably might end up doing is effectively the video, I will just cut off wherever I get to. So I'll sort of go, right, well, let's put this section in a second video. And that'll give me tomorrow, like Tuesday morning, I'll be able to render it out, get it uploading, because I'll be working from home Tuesday. So I'll just leave it, you know, on my machine doing stuff. And so effectively you might get two videos, not least of all because putting it all together, I say, even just the question readouts are an hour long. So yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get it all finished by today. So a video will go up tomorrow, but it could be like half of what it is. And then Tuesday, probably the rest of it will go up. And then Tuesday evening, so I don't know when the Monday one will go up, basically. If I'm setting it live, you know, scheduling it, because the other thing I got to do thumbnails and all that sort of YouTube rubbish. So basically the point is I don't know when the videos will go up because they're not ready, and you know, I might have to split them up and do other things. So that's going to be the big problem for the first and second videos. The live stream, I say, I'm planning on doing it on Tuesday now because I'm not going to be here until late. I could do it on the Wednesday, basically, you know, if I need to finish the video or what have you. So yeah, the schedule is a bit fluid, but as I said, part of the reason I'm not doing the spoilers and stuff is because I'm not I'm a YouTuber. I make YouTube content. I do live streaming. I'm a streamer, but they're hobbies. They're not, I'm not, I can't even get, advert revenue, for example, on YouTube. It's not, it's not a key like revenue stream for me. I have a well-paying job, etc., which obviously gets in the way of doing the content. But the basic point is I'm not, dependent on it. So if I miss out, the big day, as it were, tomorrow, it doesn't matter. I want to get you, everyone the content, and you know, I love making it and stuff like that. It's just from a practicality point of view. If it goes up on Tuesday, then it goes up on Tuesday, you know. And so it's why I haven't added... It's actually the real reason I haven't added the embargo stuff in, you know, the Final Planet and stuff. It's because I'd have to do extra stuff and I just can't fit it in. The more problematic one, I'd say, is really the Let's Play. There's a really good chance that you're going to get, like, one on Monday, one on Wednesday, one on Friday, and then you'll get, like, 15 across the weekend, which is not what I was hoping for at all. But the big thing that happened, and I have explained this, was that they reworked Clever. So the changes they made meant that I kind of had to restart the playthrough, and I was basically finished with it, and it was all recorded, and I was, you know, happy that we had this platform. And then the changes they made meant that we wouldn't have had the proper experience on Clever that, you know, I was after. So yeah, I had to restart, and therefore I had to redo. I haven't finished, but you know, we're redoing now this basically. So yeah, that was the big problem that came up, and it's a problem I've created myself. You know, it's you know, it's not their fault as it was. It's just by deciding to do that, it just means, oh, I don't even need to do that, do I? Because it's drop off on here. You know, I was like critically dependent on them not making changes, and of course they did. You know, so, and it is an early access. You know, well, it's a beta. It was a beta version, so I should have been a bit more sensible and, you know, not done that basically. Need to change it again because that's wrong. So low density structures. In fact, why don't we just stick them in chests for bots to do, rather than mess about with a gigantic belt. We must have made a silo by now, and it's why I'm trying to get this done basically, so that I can hopefully edit the video together. That cool, and then not that one, just that one. It's that, and then stack to this. It's only 10, isn't it? So that would be 400. Okay, so I think that's okay. Now we just need to know whether this will even drive over here. Do you want to full and empty? Okay. Destination full. Why are you not reporting any... Oh, I never changed those that combinator, did I? Because that should only be 400. So it's trying to get 2,000 on the train, and it cannot. So it should do that. 400. Train limit still 0. Oh, don't matter, it's already got stuff in it. Why am I bothering to it then? Sorry, I'm getting really off on the... I'm trying to focus on getting this done. What was that one? That was... oh, thank you very much for the subscription. That's very kind. Shimut, very, very kind indeed. And I just realised I don't think I reset the camera either. Streaming in same time tomorrow. So yeah, so hopefully it'll be at like the 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock type of times that I do is where I was coming to. But it's you know, it could be, it goes like really late. You know, it's just I've messed all of the timing up basically. So oh, and thank you very much, Barley Charker. That's a great username. I like a spoonerism. Thank you for the follow. It's fresh for me too. Generally. Oh, you're talking about the start. So fresh for me too. Going to have extreme railroad resources, but with wider expansion to make capturing easier. F for the camera going down, and works again. It's back online. Thank you. I love this silly game. So excited for Space Age. One more week, indeed. Yeah. It must be more difficult for you lot. Thanks for the hydrate. You know, because you can't play it, whereas I can. And I say, I don't know. It's weird. You know, I'm putting all this pressure on myself to get all this stuff done. And I could just sack it all off and just play the expansion. You know, I don't have to do any, you know, any of the videos that I got planned. I just made decisions, and I've been talking about them for so long that it just feels right to finish them off. You know. I mean, if I'd managed to get or if I'd known about the embargo going changes and that, I'd have tried to get the time off work and just streamed it, and that'd have been a lot easier. Just quit your job for long, you found and play tons of Factorio. Well, indeed, yeah. I mean, who needs to live in a house when you've got Factorio? I see. I'm looking forward to all of it. I don't think it's just that it's that urgent. People are just glad you do stuff at all. Yeah, let's say. Hello, Dunyan. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I hope things are going well. So you're not under the cosh then? So the obviously the updates are coming thick and fast. No, that's dedication indeed. How's it going? Yes, going well. Hello. I don't get to catch your streams much, but oh hey, yeah, occasionally. Just wanted to let you know I enjoy your long form content. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. Very kind. And again, thank you for the subscription. Got 11 subs now. Look at that. Wow. I actually got a payment. I'm intending to give it to charity again, but I don't run a charity thing anymore because it got a bit sort of depressing, honestly, with nobody contributing. So. I might do the same thing again. I thought about maybe turning, you know, like buying some keys for Space Age and giving them away, but I don't know. It feels like that'd be too much organisation for me. I think it'll be ready in a week. I assume that's direct it Dunyan. It'll be ready. I mean, if you're asking me, it's kind of ready now, depending on what your view on bugs are, really. Meaning software bugs rather than the bugs. Did I miss any on YouTube? No. Don't think so. Cool. So I think we're all up to date on that. We have a whole load of low density structures, so that's one problem solved. Let's have a look how much rocket fuel we actually have. I mean, they've stopped and they're full. Except there's only 5 in there. Why are there only 5 in there? What have I done wrong there? Item ingredient shortage. Because they don't have a logic limit on them. Let's go and have a look and see what I've done wrong up there. Because then we've just got the rocket control units. We should hopefully have a silo. And the question is whether I build them locally or we can ship them in. We've got plenty of space. It's just that it might be a bit taxing on this tiny little make everything. Right, so rocket fuel. What is your problem? So you're saying you've not got any solid fuel. Oh! Because some genius disconnected the wrong pipe. Yeah, okay. Excellent, there we go. So we've got rocket fuel, we've got low density structures, we have got some prod modules. Let's go and stick down our rocket. I guess what? What do I guess? Because really, let's just build it here. I mean, the science is only over there. And I've got trains here, so we could... am I going to bother with white science? Angry Ghost would have saved me from that. Indeed, yeah. Angry Ghost is actually one of my secret favourite little things in the game. I'd love to get Space Age for free, and they comment his age. Yeah, it's they're playing with mods. Yes and no. So there's no mods on this. This is pure vanilla. But I'll be honest, I don't tend to play with a lot of mods that people do. So things like sweep through and stuff like that. I don't tend to... I don't know, to me they're almost a bit too far in the way of cheating. It's like, you know, they've put in this restriction, so I'll just do a thing that takes away that restriction. But the games I play with multiplayer with my friend, we do like a whole load of quality of life type mods, basically. Let's put you there. Let's see about getting some bacon on. And maybe the ones at the back. Something like that, maybe. And then... Are we even making substations? Wow, I've not even made a substation. Do I even have that researched? I don't remember researching it. Oh, I have. Okay. Wow. It's weird not having done stuff and like just pushing forward. It'll be ready in a week, but it's never finished. Exactly. Said this yesterday, didn't we? That games are never finished; they're only abandoned. Hello, Ironword. Welcome, welcome. I've been playing modded so long, I can't even remember if vanilla has adjustable inserters. Does it? You mean as in positionally adjustable? No. It has filtering, and that's part of the vanilla game. But no, you don't. You can't. That whole Bob's thing of you know, adjusting the position of inserters. That is not in the base game. Let's put you there. You want... Oh, it is full. Okay, I thought it was. So we'll build another one. We'll get them in. We will get... I wonder how easy it would be just to stick some level 2s together. Because we've got requesters now. We've got requesters. We can request things. So, how about... We need power though. They're not going to work without electricity. How about... In fact, I could even do level 3s maybe. Let's not get too carried away. Let's just... Because obviously beacons you can put lots on, so the fact that they're only level 2 or what have you is not as much of an issue. That's not powered. So press them in. How many have we got here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we would want about 20. But let's set it to 50. Because why not? Red and green. Oh, it looks like blue might not be doing very well, which is kind of what I'd expect given... I bet it's making another silo, is it? Yeah. Let's just get rid of this altogether. Oops. Do that. No. Guess what I can do instead... No, can't fit them in. No. We've got a lot of spare resources from this. 800 steel. No. Oh, there's loads in there, isn't there? How about then I stop being stupid and we do that? I just assumed it would only have a little bit in there, but we've got like tons in there. I'll cancel that. And build it fresh. Make that an active provider. So that they will empty it out. Cool. So what we want here is the rocket fuel we just made, the leading structures we're bringing in, and the missing piece is the RCUs, which are there. Last time I'll ever build an RCU, I expect. There we go. I've been managing. Yeah, I have an idea for the subs. Make a server maybe that's up all the time and make it so it resets when you reach the goal or something. Yeah, I mean, feel free. Really, I should do all of that sort of stuff because it is. Well, it's a bit cheeky of me that I do accept subscriptions and then there's basic. You don't get anything for it. There's well, you obviously get to watch the streams, but you can watch the streams anyway. There's no, you're not getting anything extra, as it were. But then I don't have. It's like on the YouTube. I could enable the memberships on there, but you would literally get nothing, you know. And it doesn't feel right for you to pay for something that, you know, you're not getting any value out of, sort of thing. A sub-pay server would be pretty epic. Yeah, it would be a legendary people sub because you are awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's very kind, but 100% agree. But okay, so we've now got what we don't have is that last module. Did we make any level 2s? We made 1. That'll make all the difference. 1. So I'm just going to stick these ones in. See, we're creeping up on our power. Just beacons are just like, you know, death to power networks. So we literally only need some RCUs. RCUs, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure, I don't remember, are heavy on the blue circuits. So, question, I think we've got to build something separate, basically, because we cannot support that with this base, because we're literally, I think I've got literally one machine, is it, making blue circuits? Yeah, literally one making blue circuits. And getting more in there would be an absolute nightmare. So instead, how about we do something horrible? Drop off a bunch of stuff here. What's our robo coverage like? If we get them deleting... No. Trees and rocks. Get them clearing that out to start with. And then we want just some trains throwing in to build stuff. Now, we do have a sort of decent-ish supply of green circuits, but we're already sending it over here. So should we first principles it and start and do it like from scratch? Because it would be iron, copper, plastic and acid. So it's not a lot of stuff. And I don't have to bother with fixing the whole stack thing. The train stacker ones. So what I'm thinking is we put in a little T-junction. That would hit our nuclear roughly. So put a T-junction in here. And then... how many... because I can get rid of the... we don't have to have one per thing. I can literally have the assemblers here making stuff. So we would have... in fact, I would do that. Let's get rid of that. In fact, we'll keep that one. Gonna have to replace that robot. One there. And then I've never played Death World, you know. I kind of think I'd really enjoy it, but also I'd keep failing and I'd get annoyed. But that sort of panicking, throwing things together thing, I think I'd really enjoy. So I think I'd just keep failing and failing over and over, because I tend to, you know, get distracted, as you may well have noticed, and just, you know, the whole, oh, we need this, oh, we need that, oh, we need the other. I don't think I can get 4 in, but then I keep forgetting I've got cliff explosive. So hopefully we can get 4 in there, because it was so iron, copper, plastic and sulfuric acid. And in fact, I could get sulfuric acid relatively easy, I think, from here. So maybe we don't even bother with that one. And then we don't have to destroy some cliffs. Okay, let's see if I can lend a hand to the forestry clearance. Definitely not an ecological disaster in the making. Did I ever even set a limit on wood? No, can't. Okay, let's stand there for a bit, see what happens. And did I replace? I did. Okay. It goes into both depths of speculation, plus he's the only person who does Factorio content and love who is also a fellow Brit. Last RCU makes me cry, yeah. It'd be interesting to, I don't know how you would get at it, but I wonder how many RCUs have been made across the entire, entire play base. It must literally be in the, quadrillions, because think about all those base, mega bases, and how many hours they must all have run. Think of the railguns you put instead. Happy times. Indeed. Oh, hello, Nilagree, Nagash. Welcome, welcome. Hello to you. Cool. Doing bots waiting to do things. Do. This must be outside of their range, surely, so I can build this bit. Been catching up on your Friday Fact series? Banger job. Thank you very much. Very kind. Glad you're enjoying them. You'll get to work out now exactly what I got wrong, which is quite a significant amount. Right, so we need drop-off stations, don't we? We don't want just empty nothing stations. And drop-offs. Like that. What else do we need to do? We need to decide which is which, I guess. Plastic is probably the one I'm not sure about whether I got trained, so we do that one first. Or last but first. That would be... Okay. Going to need that to be a chain signal, I think, but then it should be okay. Need to fix that, don't I? But I need to set these all as one. Yeah, 4,000 for a plastic train. And what we're going to make you? We'll make you. Can't select it because there's a tree in the way. No. Okay. If you're the iron, I know I've got loads of iron trains, so that shouldn't be too much of a trouble. And we want this to be iron. One train, 4,000. Train at 0. Set train limit. What have I done wrong now? Because A should be coming as 0. Oh, it won't work because there's no power. Idiot. Cool. There we go. There we go. It's not going to do maths without electricity. Right. So you must be copper then. And that therefore needs to be copper. I think I said I do like different designs for train control and stuff. Basically every time I play. It's a weird thing. So, output there. Trains can't come in because this junction is knackered. Is the camera still okay? Camera still okay? A question for you if you're entertained. Why are there two sets of rails if you're using double-headed trains? I've always used single locomotive trains. Makes sense to use two there. Why are there two sets of rails if you're using double-headed trains? Because, well, so that they go in both directions? I'm not entirely sure I understand the question. Because if you only have one... let's just get rid of the robots and stuff. Then your trains don't have a way of... I mean, you could do sidings and stuff, but this way they can just go wherever they need to go. They don't have to worry about trains coming in the other direction. I guess you could do it in a massive loop, something like that. That'd be a way of doing it, but that's just not how I do it, really. But it's just so that a train can, train can go up the left and train can go up the right, basically. Because otherwise, I mean, there are lots of well, not lots. There are plenty of trains on this system, so it's not a single. This is point-to-point rail, and that is a single line. It's not even signalled apart from here, sort of thing. So point-to-point rail, I don't generally multi-track it, but when I'm going, because these are all automated, these are just saying, right, we have copper, where does it need dropping off? So any train will fulfill the request. So I don't know if that answers the question, I'm not entirely sure. I'll miss your Friday Facts content. Hopefully they continue doing them after launch. I'm sure they'll have a ton of stuff they'll want to talk about. Yeah, apparently, I mean, they were saying that the LAN, basically, that, they have been fairly good as a marketing tool, I think. But obviously, I don't know. I don't know whether they'll continue doing them. I imagine it takes quite a lot of effort from, you can't develop the game if you're writing a blog post, basically. Cool. And that should be all fine. Just try and make sure there's no missed connections or anything. Okay. Awesome. So we're nearly there. I'm afraid I will be kind of closing the stream out when that's a point. I'm just trying to think. Is it worth doing something like that as well? If I'm going to rely on the bots to do transport, and I've got purple and gold now, we might as well buff them a bit more. Rather than just do militaries. Would also be worth having that on, but it's pretty danged expensive. Yeah, okay. I'm going to bring it over by bot, I guess, as well then. Well, let's just have a bit of a mess around. I mean, I've got like too many LDS. I guess we could look at this and see. I mean, I've got 2, 4, 6 of those. Don't they all take the same time? Isn't that one of the things? 20 seconds. Oh, 30 seconds now. What about that? So that's a 30 second. Okay, so if I was to try maybe do 6. That seems massively over ambitious. Let's give it a go. So, where's the... Okay. And then... just stick them in a chest, really? Feels weird rushing this. I'm nothing like a speedrunner. It's just not how I play the game at all. I'm trying to do this as quick as I possibly can. So I go back to it now. Speaking of outposts, I bet there's some nests up there that are close by. How have, oh, it's snuck in around the back. It's eating me radars. Oh, I'm going to have to go up there. There's my tank. No, there's no way through there. I wonder if they're meant to be like electromagnetically sensitive biters, because it's always a bit weird that they go for the radar. Well, I don't know, obviously with gameplay, isn't it? It's, to blind you basically, but yeah. Right then. Maybe the train will take it out for me. I'm just more curious where it's come in from, because there's nothing on the map that looks like... It could have been a rogue one from when I was killing other biters. Oh, I wonder if it must maybe come from them. It's just weird, it's just one. And they're not in the pollution cloud. Where's it even gone? I bet it wandered into a turret range. This will teach me for just slapping down some turrets willy-nilly. So you'd think it would come in from that direction, wouldn't it? Because it ate that one, and then it wandered over and ate another one. So maybe there's something in here? So it feels more likely that it's just a leftover from when I was negotiating with its friends. Ah, no, there we go. Some lads. Turn that off. These in. Cool. Oops. Cool. Sorry, I'm missing all the chat. As long as any additional and fixes balancing, etc. I'm sure we'll get a roundup. There'll be one at Christmas that I would have thought at the very least, saying how many they sold and all that sort of stuff, and maybe even talking about future plans if they've decided on it. But I'm hoping everyone gets a nice big holiday at Christmas. I've asked the devs to make an art book yet. I have asked repeatedly. In fact, I've insisted. But no one listens. I'd love to work on it, but it's sort of a dream project. I'd love to actually like work on one. You know, interview them all and that sort of stuff. But I think the problem would be language. I imagine it's all in Czech and other things I can't read. If you could add one thing to a Factorio expansion, what would you add? That's it's a weird one. That I know. Obviously, my content is all about speculating and that sort of thing. I don't usually actually. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I have speculated that would be nice to be in the game. I'd love the game to have a particular type of ending, or I'd like there to be story in it. Is basically the thing that you'll have seen on a lot of my things. Obviously, I can't comment whether they've added that, so maybe that's a a request that's already fulfilled, or maybe not. But that's the type of thing that I would go to, and that's obviously a very generic request. You know, that's not a specific thing you would add. And also, to be totally frank, the kind of thing, you know, I'd want done would be something like the Dyson Sphere program, and obviously that game exists, so is it even necessary anymore? But yeah, it's a question I struggle with, because I sort of I don't know that I'm that good at the whole brand new fresh idea thing, you know. It's more, I'm better in a sense at sort of riffing on other people's ideas, if that makes any kind of sense. I know it's a weird thing to say, but yeah, I was sort of, it's why I do the job I do, basically, because what I do is write grant applications, and so I'm very good at taking other people's ideas and presenting them in the best way possible, and that type of thing. But in terms of coming up with my, you know, I couldn't be an inventor, if you see what I mean. But I could be the guy who works with the inventor and sells it to people, sort of thing, or gets grant money for it, or whatever. That's, you know, the thing, as it were, that I would say I'm good at, which bit of a boast, but you know. So yeah, so I don't know is usually the answer to that question, because so it's not the bit I'm good at. But if you come up with an idea, and I'll give you like 15, you know, variations on it and stuff like that. That's sort of where my strength is. Get some ammo in. Yeah, this all feels a bit unnecessary actually. Should have just dashed back and got the RCUs running, shouldn't I? Do I want to? Yeah, let's just go and take them out. They're so easy to kill in this. It is. You know, you were saying, you know, asking earlier about switching between the versions. It's like, you know, getting into the habit of like being more strategic about the combat, and then coming back to this and I mean, I can basically drive through all these fighters because they're just no, you know, they're no problem. The nests, that is. Yeah, that's sort of on a weird thing, you know, you get into a way of thinking, isn't it? Not just muscle memory and stuff like that. I died, he says, not having prepped properly with combat bots and nearly getting his tank destroyed. Get out of it. Ugh. Cool. Typical. Nearly hoisted on my own petard there. Speedrunning. I don't want to run Factorio. I don't enjoy routing or heavy memorizing. But I enjoy speedrunning movement games like Celeste, Mario Odyssey, and Trackmania. Interesting. The fighters know the 5G is the real threat. Infowars biters, indeed. Same way, that's fair. One of the Factorio soundtracks reminds me of the soundtrack when the Sept of Belor in GOT blows up. I'm afraid that doesn't mean anything to me, that one. And no grief. Makes sense. Thanks. Doing a Bob's right at the moment. We're double-headed for the first time, figuring stuff out. Wow. I enjoyed Bob's. I enjoyed Angels more, if I'm totally 100% honest. That was more. I know Bob's does the thing that I always said was, why did I get out of that? Was not my cup of tea. Where it's like, you know, now you have to make level 10 assembly machines. Now you have to make level 55 assembly machines. I know it's taking the, you know, exaggerating the point, but oops. Yeah, it was just sort of. You know, it felt a lot like more for the sake of more, whereas Angels was more mechanical about different ways of processing and making steel and stuff like that, so I enjoyed it more. I do think, however, that, you know, they work really well. I did far too many combat bots then. They work really well together. But the sort of combined experience, though obviously it's more complicated, is kind of probably the best, as it were. Is this 2.0? No, Chingo, this is not 2.0. 2.0 content will start appearing tomorrow, basically. That's when the embargo lifts. There probably won't be a lot from me, because I've messed up all my timing and got it wrong. But yeah, certainly you will see a lot of stuff on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter and all that sort of stuff. Vitamin volume is too high. Well, I think we're probably done now. What's up? Oh, I thought I ran through that. Oh, well. I mean, it's quite high anyway. It is a loud thing. But, duly noted. The screams can never be loud enough. Crikey. You get to capture them now. Turn them into your pets. Wait, I've gone the wrong way, haven't I? Set up a little biter zoo. Preserve them. My headcanon on the biters was always that the engineer basically... It doesn't make sense for how many there are, but the engineer was transporting them, and that when it crashed... Well, it crashed. But it's basically the Prometheus story. Well, apparently they're not actually... I don't know, I got confused, but apparently they're not actually alien films. The whole Prometheus and... what's the other one? With the deacon in it. No, is that... The prequels are apparently not prequels or something. I don't know, so I got very confused by it all. But yeah, it's basically the same idea as that. That essentially the engineer was transporting them somewhere and then crashes. Because they don't really have an ecosystem. They just like spawn and like feed on pollution. And, you know, they don't eat fish or anything. There's no thing like that. And it's like they don't attack each other or anything like that. So that was my kind of headcanon. It's the engineer that crashes and drops them off. And so that's why it's not too bad to kill them. Because, you know, they're the problem you created, effectively. What is the prequel called? I'm so excited for Biggest Wormus. Give me the challenge. You do. I'll take with me line. You can punch things, can't you? It is possible. We've done a lot of work on bringing the combat sound under control for 2.0. Cool. And each individual monster love the update. Super looking forward to it. Also, you get a chance, please thank the music team and sound designers. Why would they fish the engineers? Well, indeed. Isn't the engineer a robot, though? Sure, I'll pass the message along. Thanks. I'm glad you like it. Cool. Yes, let's actually do some stuff and get this finished. So, we want only 2 inputs. Oops. One of which is speed beacons, and one of which is blue circuits. So I haven't looked at the maths, have I? So how many would we kind of need? So 30-second craft time. We've only got 5 machines, no 6 machines. So we don't actually need that many from memory. I mean, I can make 100. So if we got 6 seconds, so 5, we need like 5 blue ones a second. Oh no, we wouldn't. That's complete rubbish. So we need 1 every 5 seconds. And they take 10 seconds to make. So it's only 2 machines. So if we stick in 3. We should be okay. And then so put that on blue. And I've not put those in the right position. Oh, no, we were going to create sulfuric acid from somewhere else, not in the main base. That might mean a bit of pipe spaghetti. If we do... I mean, I could probably start getting rid of these rather than messing about. You know, organising it as well. Or, yeah, why don't I... just do a little dog leg. And then we can just kind of go down there. Sneak it through. Like so. Ah. Why did that not work? Oh, because the robot's in the way. And then I dog leg that right there. Oh, no. You're going to have to get used to this, doing lots of remote building. It's kind of awesome in the new game. Or the expansion. Boop. So that gets them the sulfuric acid. Then we want... Except that... needs to be long-handed, doesn't it? Oops. Like so. And then put that there. And maybe we put some reds there, maybe. And then maybe a bunch of greens over this way. We can have... because we only need reds for... oh no, we both, don't we? So... maybe... yeah, that'll work. So if we go... and put the... whatchamacallit? Speed things that go fast, you know, those things. Because they're exactly the same, aren't they? Because this is one of the weird things with RCUs. They're just like... it's like combining the same ingredients in a different way. It's a bit strange, really. Which is... I can understand why they've gone... because, you know, speed modules... where are they? Are just red and green circuits. So you're taking red and green circuits and combining them with red and green circuits made out of... just something, because blue are red and green, and they're red and green. So you're just like sticking in a bit of acid to turn that into something else, and then just putting them all in the same machine. It's a bit sort of strange, and I do kind of see why it was like, well, why are we bothering with all that? Maybe actually, because then I can put, if I put those back, I can maximise the spaghetti. So, how many do we need then? I think we only need like 2, don't we? So, we are trying to make... again, so we need 1 every 5 seconds, and they take, is it 10 to make? 15. So we would get 1 every 15, 23. Yeah. So let's do 4 just in case. Oops. So that'll be our red and green circuits. I put them on the same side there by accident, haven't I? Cool. Will I be streaming 2.0 tomorrow? No, I won't, I'm afraid. I would like to, but unfortunately my work and my plans, etc., are won't allow me to do that. But also, I'm keen not to do the spoilers, so I know, you know, I know better than you guys, as it were, that the embargo has been lifted and there's no restriction on that. But I kind of plan my content around not doing the spoilers, and so the bits that I've done and haven't done, what have it, don't have it in there. But also, to be totally frank, if you are wanting to avoid spoilers, then don't watch any streams and stuff, because there's lots of stuff that people just show accidentally. It's a bit like this, I can look at on this, I can see every single recipe, so if I was not wanting spoilers as to what white science was, as it were, it's right there basically, and you have to think in the same terms. They're not changed anything like that in the way the game works, so yeah, it will not be spoiler free any stream, I don't think, because it will accidentally show you stuff, sort of thing. So be aware of that if that is something you are wanting to avoid. I guess my assumption is most people won't, but I'm aware that there's been a lot of people saying they don't want to see spoilers, so I would not watch any content. But that's why I'm doing why I'm doing my content the way I am, because it allows me to edit out. I'm doing a let's play, so I won't be streaming, but I will be doing a let's play, and that will basically be spoiler free, basically. So I will edit out the bits that would be spoilers. Also gives me a bit of an opportunity now to kind of discover it all, because I've not really, played as much as you might think. So I have like the kind of interesting thing that basically. Oh wait, what am I doing? That needs to be copper wire going up there, doesn't it? See, more haste, less speed. This is the problem. So we need copper wire going up as well as plastic. So if I just put that, is that going to work? So you only need like one, because these are all going to be copper wire machines feeding into the green circuits. And then I can just put the actual copper there, and we can have a long end going that way with just that one. Thanks for that. Hello, Paul. Welcome to the stream. We're in the chat. I will enjoy playing 2.0 and a bit of Space Age. Yeah, sorry. And that sounds like a fishy theory, big think. Yeah, I reckon Trippin is regretting agreeing to stay on 24 hours on Gleba. I found that mad. I mean, someone was saying that he got a mod, is he? That he's going straight there, and that he's actually going to bootstrap it. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd want to do that. I mean, I'm doing like what I'm doing, where you basically say, that. Do a let's play of it, basically. Why am I putting them both the same way around? Do it that way. Ah, that's a point. I don't have iron plate coming in, do I? Oh, I do. Why is copper not turned up? Highly suspicious. Train limit of 0. It's got power. Oh, is it because I put... I put the wrong thing on, didn't I? This should be L. There we go. Oh, there we go. Train's already coming. Is the camera still on? Camera's still on. Okay, so that needs to be the iron plate, and that will be the green circuits. I haven't done the maths on these yet. I'll just have to work it out as we go. But we also need plastic going in there. That goes up that way. So I need to put that there, really, don't I? So that they're on. No, that's copper. I think I've squished myself right up to the trains. I got confused as to what's going where. That's definitely iron plate. And since it's further up, we can sort of leave it out. So that's our iron plate. Dang RCUs. Good riddance, I say. So that on the inside needs to be copper. So that there. This one needs to be copper. Let's underground it. And then it will put copper circuits on. Them on. Because what I'm trying to do, and why it's not making sense, is because that needs to go to there. That's better. Okay. And then we need plastic on that side of the belt. Okay. I think we've improv together a RCU build before. Usually at the stage where I've got like a bus going and stuff. It's been kind of fun playing with that proper bus. So, didn't put any inserters on these, which is why they're not doing anything. There we go. Waiting for plastic. Plastic is coming. Let's just put these in, and that ruins all the maths anyway. Oh, I'm out. Did I make sure that was connected again? Yeah, cool. Yeah, I can't imagine. If he is doing it straight from scratch, going straight on Glamour is going to be an interesting experience, I think. I don't actually. I mean, I assume he's tried it with the new Glamour, as it were. So, those circuits. So, if I was trying to do... So what was it? I got 3 machines. Then every 10 seconds, 3 machines, we would need like 3 times, so it'd be 6 red circuits, and then these I put down 4, so we just assume it's 3 though, then it would be 1 a second basically, wouldn't it? So it's like, wait, what was that wasn't per second that I did there though. So what was that? That was 10 seconds crafting time. 3 machines, call it 4. Quarter of that I would only need like half of one a second. And this was like 1 a second, so we need like 2 a second at the absolute, like, it's not actually going to need it, but let's see if we can build the machines. Now, if we're trying to do that, we would need 20. I'm looking at the wrong thing. So we'd need 12. And I've put in 6. So, double that. Cool. Gonna need more copper wire, aren't I? Oh, that didn't work anyway. So we do that. And I'm wondering, could maybe get a substation in there. And I can turn some wheels around. Or have them turned around. Put the excess in. Cool. And I think I'll probably just prod them, slow them down a bit. Oh. Not starving for wire, that's the most important bit. Wait. I saw RCUs being carried away there. We've made some. Hurrah! I didn't put the speeds in. Oh, of course it interprets it as me. That's why I didn't have any. That's annoying. I was like, where did they all go? And it's because it obviously interprets it as putting in the recipe rather than in the actual module slot. Cool. And I've now got stuff in the inventory. Excellent. And trains arriving, look. Doing things. Trainy things. Everyone's waiting by the looks of things. We are 1 train short, really. Okay. I should have a train. Probably need another plastic one as well. The question I got here, I'll be honest, that I haven't really thought about is the whole, how am I fueling it? Because I'm not entirely sure I think all of my pickup stations have fuel, but I can't guarantee it. So, go to a pickup, please. Just go away. Thank you. We've got 2 trains there. We should and we got 4 stops. What? 4 stops? Okay. That's a surprise. 4 stops. Interesting. Right, so we're nearly there. I won't be surprised if there's a rocket ready to go. Sometime soon. What we're doing on time. So it's only an hour. I'm afraid I am going to just kill it off. Because I need to do this video editing. Is it worth putting anything else on? It's just all, you know, these are all amazing. Love them. But I just don't need them. They're not, you know, they're so endgame. And then we've got some buffs we could do. Great. I'm not actually using flamer turrets. Somehow. Explosives, obviously, is just your personal stuff. I'm not making any rockets. In fact, I don't think I'm making any rockets. I don't think I ever made them. Lasers we could buff again. Might as well. I mean, it finishes it off, doesn't it? We could do more speed on the robots. That's always useful. You know, they're great, but you can't really support them with level 1 power armor. Gold liquefaction, one of my favourite things, but we're not going to build one of them. Level 3, I guess I could do that as well, and then if I have to desperately stick in an extra one, I can handcraft it. That might be a thing. Military 4, I say, opens up all sorts of really cool toys, but none that I'm ever going to use. Portable fusion reactor might be worth at least building. Very expensive though. Run out of technology that's worth doing. And blue belt, you know, I'm not going to build a blue belt. I don't think you even say. This entire base is run on yellow belt, it turns out. And a very small handful of handcrafted red belts. So, we are 4% of the way. Okay. That's quite a long way off, isn't it? Is it really only made 4 RCUs? Really? Maybe I could start doing some bacon. How are we doing on power? Yeah, we're okay. The occasional dip into nuclear as well. Doing more green circuits actually. It's sparking up slightly. Or maybe actually if I do use a bacon. So we'll put one in there. Cool. Oh, I was going to add on a plastic train, wasn't I? So yeah, fingers crossed I am fueling it at the other end, otherwise we'll get some trains without some fuel. And where is plastic? There. Ah, because this one sat there. I bet that's partly because this doesn't... Oh no, look at all the... Doesn't have anywhere to go. So it's not struggling with just having 2 trains, is it? Is the point. I wonder if I could send it to a pickup. Another pickup. Oh no. That's at a pickup. I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Oh, it's trying to go to... No. Destination fold. Maybe if I give it some... Oh. Why can't you... You can. So if I just sort of randomly put it... I mean, if there's no drop-offs requesting, then it's fine. do I get rid of the train? I mean, say we're not running out of plastic, so let's just assume the 2 trains can cope with what's needed. We know we've got the right number of those. And wow, I've only got 4 drop-offs but 8 copper trains. Okay. Must have gone a bit mad with that then. This is all backed up. Cool. So it's just a waiting game now. Yeah. Thank you for the hydrate again. So what are people most looking forward to finding out about tomorrow and then playing with on release day? What's your most anticipated feature to mess about with? I know, Fake Magician, it sounds like you want to kill some worms, basically. That seems like your ultimate goal. So yeah, we'd need to scale, basically. Could I double this up? I think I could. I mean, as in literally copy and paste it. If it's functional, we might as well. I mean, it's still all we're waiting on. So, if I just sort of say, copy paste this, and then it won't really fit in the gap there and give us room for belts, so I'm wondering maybe... No, that would be madness. Let's put it in there. And then I can just do some splits on the belts and stuff. Maybe double unload or something like that as well. Cool. And then, is it all in Robo Network? It is, and it will lack for proper connection. I've probably forgotten something, but I am curious about the white squares on Fargora and the mech suit. I am most hyped about space platforms and trains though. Anything specific with trains, or just, you know... Because obviously there's a lot changing with trains. There's the elevated rail, and the interrupts as a system to play with. Experience the throughput of fully beaconed legendary versions of the new buildings excites me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, as you know from the thing, they're not easy to produce. You know, the percentages, as you've seen in the tables and stuff, are really quite low for getting some of the drop rates, as it were. So yeah, it takes you're not going to get one within the first couple of hours. Let's put it that way. But you can get quality stuff, you know, up and running pretty early. As you'd kind of anticipate, because, you know, I'm pretty sure they said this. I don't think I'm saying anything untoward, but, or, you know, sort. But, you know, it's obviously a level 1, 2, 3 beacon module type of thing. So yeah, you can get some, and they're actually, I think it'd be a problem if you didn't, because, you know, space platforms using like improved solar panels and stuff is no bad thing, as you'd probably expect. But yeah, that's interesting. Someone left a comment actually on one of the videos. I'm not sure if it's one of you lot watching, but about people not, you know, like not getting the impression from the LAN party that people are excited for quality. I'll be honest, I think that's probably true, because quality's, because obviously quality's like awesome, but I don't know that it represents. It's more like it's like being you know, being excited for I don't know, beacons. I don't. It's difficult to explain, but it's like a boosting system. You know, it's not necessarily, you're not making. There isn't a specific you know, it's a modifier to existing items, is what I'm saying. It's not a... You don't make a legendary. That wouldn't make sense. You know, you make a legendary something. So it's the something that you're in. You know, the thing that's exciting is the getting, as you say, a foundry that can produce 1,000 whatevers every second or whatever stupid numbers you end up with. That's the exciting bit. It's not the system itself isn't actually. You know, it's a fun thing to play with, I would say. But the results are not are what you're after, not the actual. You know, a legendary foundry just has that little icon on it. You know, it doesn't have some extra bells and whistles on it. Probably everything new with trains, but interrupts the least until maybe late game. I think the elevated rail sounds, plus less congestion in the crossing with elevated rails, are the most thrilling things, maybe. I would say, I mean, one of the things they have lots of applications, basically, the elevated rails. They're a really cool thing. And yeah, they are fun to kind of mess about with, basically. But I'm still not a fan of the rail planner. I know they did in the blog post. It was like, you know, we fixed it and it's now amazing. I didn't find it amazing. I can still get in the bin for all I care. But yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know how you would ever do that as things, you know, as a thing. It's just a bit too complicated because you know, you as a person have different requirements to what any algorithm could ever actually like mimic, basically. And then we need iron plate there. Now we're going to get copper in. So I think we might do low train. Might do double unload. Ooh. Gonna have to leave it on one train because we don't have stackers. Because I was all, oh no, we're not going to need that. It'll all be fine. Don't need to mess about with all of these other things. And then here we are, doing something that's going to massively impact throughput. Put that there. Cool. Let's just double the RCUs. Simple. Is everything connected right? We have iron plate in there. We have plastic there. We have copper coming up here. Do we have acid in the pipes? We do. Cool. Do we want a triplet? Trains wouldn't support that. Cool. How are we doing? I could go and stick in those second level 2 speeds. Not that there's any real point. We're better off removing the beacons, I think, at this stage. It's just an unnecessary power demand. I sort of assumed we would get it done quicker, but some biters changed that plan. Oh, look, 50 of them. Look at that. Awesome. Pointless speeding of rockets. How are we doing? 1/5 of the way there. Arrow's on the way. 2 on the way. Look at that. Are you working yet? You're not working yet. Okay. Probably best if we go out and make sure that if there's any biters that need clearing out. I'll have a look for some train planner video tour and see how it works. Didn't they say that the planner tries to connect rail endings now at least? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's right. But yeah, say in my experience, it still does the things it used to do. So yeah, it's going to take them out. I'm going to use a different tag colour. Let's go with pink. It's not that different. Let's go with yellow. So I need to get them. There's another lot come in here. They love this place. This is obviously, you know, clearly the chosen spot. This one for the biters. Because I mean, there's still not really trouble in this area. We haven't actually had that much bother here. And then we need to get. Oh look, see, it's because you know, it works on the chunks and it does the go and occupy this, and it obviously picks the same places. But yeah, we need to go and take out some more here, don't we? Really, a big problem with pollution is obviously that, you know, the water doesn't really absorb it, and there's no trees, so it's spilling across. Okay, so while we wait, then let's go and kill some biters. Always a fun activity to fill the time. Actually, rather than go through the base, let's start at the bottom. Start at the bottom and work our way up. I could have put rocket fuel in it, couldn't I? I forgot about that. Oh, I did hit that roboport. That was expensive. Very expensive indeed. Killing our last rocks and getting pointless bits of stone. No. No. How can I reverse and not crash into it and then drive straight and crash into it? It doesn't bear any thinking about. I'm going to put a gate in here because I've been in and out a few times. Oops. Too big. Excellent. Oh, corpses. Hello. And that turret doesn't have any ammo in it. I'm just going to nip back. No. Put it in the box, you did. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so let's grab the, or do these guys first. Get some of them out. Got poison on the go. Oh, I wasn't going to do from that again, was I? So, it's a bit loud. Let's see if we can. I never know which is which. Is it game effects? Is that combat? I can never remember. Should be game effects, cool. I'd like to build all defensive walls with only railguns. Imagine a huge array of railguns and navis to blast down biters. Crikey. that would be, yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure I can comment on that. quite the way I need to. But yeah. Wow, all railguns. Blimey. Blimey. You distracted me then. I was thinking about hundreds of railguns all firing at the same time. All railguns all the time. Should probably eat the worms actually. Stopping them being colonized. If I left them. Is it worth getting rid of them? I mean, how far? I mean, how much are we done for the rocket? Rocket parts 33. So we are chugging away now. And are these all working? No. What have I done wrong? Oh, belts are not connected properly. Because why? Ah, because there's a bit missing there. Look, that should be there. That's annoying. We will have to put... don't have any passive providers, so if we just literally put one... Wait, if I move it up a bit, we'll put a little... Oops. Little thing. Then a storage chest. No. Hold shift. There you go. Now one of them. And that'll clear out the belt. I mean, I think it'll work itself through anyway. But you never know. Cool. So that should help. What were we doing? We repaired a tank. Yeah, let's just sneak down here. Hello Soldens 85, welcome to the stream, welcome to the chat. All artillery turrets. No, I mean all rocket launchers with nukes, wowzer. I know the railgun does more damage, but for the lols. Yeah. I think there's a real problem that a lot of you are going to get a lot of friendly fire on the yeah, you're talking about lots of systems that, unless carefully arranged and managed, it may well cause more damage than the things you're trying to kill. But I suppose that's part of the fun, isn't it? There are a lot of worms in some of these. Yeah, that's even better. But are you going to try and do legendary defences? Are they going to be legendary railguns with and legendary missile launchers launching legendary? I don't actually know what it calls them. Legendary, whatever it is, slugs or whatever. There's no point having a line of turrets if they're not legendary turrets, surely. The legends they can tell. So they're just melting. Alright, alright. Railguns might be food for destroying big asteroids, really big ones. The railgun is used to fight the Decepticons. It'd be fun to try to reach legendary everything, but I can imagine it would take forever. Legendary Spidertrons at the least. Yeah. Legendary Spidertrons. Let's leave one worm just to tell the tales of the time the engineer came and killed them all off. Got to go eating, have a good dinner? I'm only going to be streaming for a bit longer. It's taking slightly longer than I thought because obviously I wasn't expecting to do the bite clearance. I thought I'd cleared them far enough back last night, but clearly not. So yeah, I'm not going to be streaming for much longer. Literally just going to launch the rocket. I'm not going to bother with a satellite now, I've decided. Yeah, because then there's a vague chance I might get this video done for tomorrow. And you've all seen me play this a million times already. It's been fun though. It's odd because obviously I've done a lot of overhaul streams. You know, I've played overhauls a lot. You know, you cut your Factorio 2 and your Bobs and your Angels. The bit of SpaceX that I could play, you know, in the small amount of time that I was willing to give it. But yeah, everything's more complicated in the overhauls. You know, and it's kind of nice to come back to see what the base game is like at the moment. Curious to see what a space age mega base ends up being and what how production is shared between planets. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's like some really complicated problems to solve. You know, what is best? You know, is it better to do like legendary everything and, you know, take advantage of that, or is it better to have some, you know, lower level stuff? I mean, that's not quite the right phrasing. It's obviously going to be better always to have legendary everything, but in terms of you want to finish the game before the heat death of the universe, you know, you've got to have a point where you're deciding. And like, if you set your, and I suppose this the other thing, if you set yourself a goal of 10,000 science a minute or whatever, you know, do you try and make whatever tiny number of legendary machines that is, or do you just build big again? Because does it save you any time building all these machines? You know, longer term, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it'd be better to have legendary everything you're going to run your base for the next 6 months or something. But if you're just trying to hit a goal, sustain that for an hour or something, then is it better to target legendary everything? Oh, and these generally, I have absolutely no clue. It's like speedrunning. I don't know how speedrunning will work now. Halfway there, halfway there. And is this all now working? Can I get rid of? I can get rid of that. Excellent. How many were in there? Not that many. Okay. So bots moving things around. Being all slow. There's things in there, guys. You need to move them. 53% of the way down. Oh. Cool, cool, cool. So I think by the time we've cleared these last ones out, we should be almost there. So hello, Gords. How you doing? Hydrocor's launching the rocket today. Yes, indeed. We will get it done. And then I'll go and work on this video that I'm sure some of you will watch tomorrow. He says, fingers crossed. I say I will put something out, even if I just end up chopping what I've done in half, because it's sort of half there is the point, and it's what I can get finished in, you know, in the night, because as I've said before, just to repeat it, I'm away working at a different office tomorrow, so I will not be able to work on it tomorrow. So it will literally be you know, I might have to like save the bit making the thumbnail until I'm back, and then, you know, I've set it live, so it needs to be done by tonight, basically. And I think there's too much editing left. And I'm being pretty thin with the editing, which for me is a little bit painful because I like to have the editing things. Oops, wasn't paying attention. Oh no, I think we're going to get. We are. Oh, fun. Oh. So we're not going to launch a rocket like that. If I was playing normally, I would reload that because that tank had so much cool stuff in it. Ages since I died on stream. That'll teach me for, you know, blathering away, not paying attention. I'm off as well. I won't be tapping into any of the spoilers for next week, so it's likely to see you next Friday. No worries, yeah. I'm fully expecting, you know, a lot of you won't watch and stuff. It's fine. But see you later, Baker Magician. Hope you have a good week. Beating Space Age within 5 planets, 8 hours each, to better the normal achievement. So 40 hours? Crikey. Pro Factorio player. You couldn't do that in one sitting, though, could you? That'd be unhealthy. Woohoo. So here we are, we're naked. We have a pistol and 10 rounds of ammunition. Well, there you go. Let's go and stand by a rocket and pretend that, having just died, we want to leave. It's absolutely ages since I died on stream. I could try and maybe make a tank and head up there. Because it wasn't actually that close to the nest, was it? I got trapped on cliffs, I think. Look at them hanging around, standing by my corpse. It was quite close to the nest, wasn't it? In fact, do you lit? Oh, there we are. That's me. Look at all that stuff. Okay. Gotta reclaim our stuff. And how are we doing on the rocket anyway? Yeah, we're only about 2/3 of the way there. Gotta have something to do. Let us turn that back on. And see how close that gets us. We should hopefully be able to craft ourselves. I know what I didn't do as well. I didn't put the lasers on. No wonder we were a bit struggling when we got swamped. I didn't have my personal lasers on. That was an error. Dark glyphs, indeed, indeed. So it's been ages since I died. I mean, in real life it's been forever, literally. How are we doing? These engine units, are they going in the system somewhere? And am I requesting them? I don't think I am I? I think last time I did a stream was when I was doing the mega basin. I do remember killing myself with Spidertrons, armed with legendary, armed with explosive rockets, because I managed to blow up my entire outpost and me basically. So yeah, we also need to build a tank. What would we need for that? We need more steel. Okay. Yeah, didn't turn my PLDs on. I didn't put my PLDs in. In real life, mine's 40 to 50 years since the last died. Exactly. Exactly. Come on. Build a tank. Need to be a little careful because obviously the corpse will have everything in it, so hopefully it'll all fit in the tank. But yeah, I might have to stick a load of stuff in a chest. Probably shouldn't have ordered everything in, really. Let's build a power armor. Obviously we've got to carry the pistol as a mark of shame. Could probably go now, actually. We've got most things. Okay. How are we doing? Yeah, we've got all of them. So I just need to be a bit more sensible with it. You should use what? In fact, I wonder if I could get some rocket fuel. Looks like they're chugging through the supply of rocket fuel as well. I kind of figured that would all be stacked up by now. Where's the tank? Coal in there. Alright there. Pop in. Change the weapon. Cool. So let's go and have a conversation with our friends. Spoiler, thing from Space Age instead of a tank. Indeed. Now. Let's be nice and cautious, give them something to distract them. Big wall of poison. Run some stuff over. I didn't do them. Cool. More ruin. Gone a bit overkill there, but better to be safe than dead. Okay. Let's just dump all that in there. Pick that up. It's interesting that so the tank. I mean, I did run north, didn't I? Though, didn't I? Yeah, I think I ran north. I was going to say the corpse was north of the tank remains. But so I think I ran north, didn't I? So if we swap that over, that should have all of our bits on. We've got a tank full of rubbish. Pew, pew, pew. I can top up anything. Oh, should I go and finish the job really? I should prop my... We should avoid making the same mistake. And put laser defences in. Because there's no point having laser defences if you're not getting laser defended. Speculatively, if there is such a thing. Not like they've shown it to us. Well, indeed. Hello. Oh, hi, by Kyoto Maths. Welcome. Hello, nice to catch you live for the first time. I've discovered your channel after LAN party. I have to say I really like the way you approach Friday Factorio. Thank you very much. Very kind. Hope you're enjoying the content. I wish there was a demolisher egg that you could bring elsewhere. Crikey. Now there's an idea. I hadn't really even thought about that. That's an amazing idea. I'd love to have a mod that, yeah, lets you basically... wasn't there something up here? No. That was the one. Okay. Huh. I thought there was another one up here. Guess not. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. I hadn't thought about that at all. Using... Because obviously, you know, we know about the Pentapod eggs and biter eggs. So, is there a worm egg that you could get, maybe? Pretty sure that won't be in the base game, but I mean as in a mod could add something like that, and then you can basically go and spawn worms over on Clever. Let them fight there. Let them fight, as it were. Especially when you get the red ones. That'd be quite a battle for the ages, I think. Okay, so got a tank full of rubbish, an inventory full of rubbish. I should really turn that off, shouldn't I? You. I think we can now safely get rid of. Pistol of shame. Did I not pick up? I did. It's the wrong slot. It's 9. Like that. Not that I got any flamethrower fuel. I think that's all gone. Oh, I've still got the speed modules. I thought I put them back. Okay, no worries. Oh, actually, look, it does get little evil. So I want to leave some of them in there and that. What would we want to leave in there? All sorts of stuff. No, wait, wrong button. Trouble is, I didn't do top limits on them things. And you don't have your trash all button in this. Your trash all button. Just chuck it away, get rid of it. Get rid of them. I'm amazed what they actually brought me. Loads of stuff. Well, actually, we could leave them in there, couldn't we? And then combinators and stuff aren't really any use in the tank. Are you having any intermediates in it? We've got to be nearly there. Have I filled enough dead air? So I've got far too much of everything now. It's alright, all goes in storage. Those as well. That's cool. And then there's some iron plate. Get them. I think I'm basically happy with just leaving the rest of that in there. Not exactly a great inventory for a tank, but there you go. So with the biolab being a Nauvis only structure, I think Nauvis will still end up being the planet that post-game megabases will send everything to, since infinite research would be better done there. You say that, and you're probably right. I would 100% say that the biolab is the way to go. But you can, of course, build a lot of legendary stuff. So what is the real difference, as it were, in real practical terms, between legendary versions of things and the biolabs? So maybe chucking a few of those down in order to do particular researches on particular planets or something. Maybe that's a way to go. So, well, there's still the challenge, I think, still, and I don't know because I'm nowhere near any of that stuff in the game. So this is more speculation territory. Is things like Clever with its spoiling science packs. Does it still work out? Oh, I say still. Would it work out better to do stuff in Clever even with the biolab? Don't know. We will have to see. 98% of the way there. Literally about to do, and it's coming up to... Wow, it's coming up to 6 o'clock, isn't it? So it's a 3-hour stream anyway. So much for ending it early. Wow. Is it really? Yeah. So much for getting my video done. Wow. But if I am going to go around dying, what do I expect? I do find it hilarious that they hid cool stuff in plain sight in the thumbnail for a Friday Facts 10 months ago. Which one do you mean? 389. Oh, that one. Yeah. I hope it. I'll find it tomorrow. What it is, if it's not scrapped. Well, the translation strings have been released. Can neither confirm, not a lie. Yeah, I think that was yeah, a bit of a big leak on that, wasn't there? If you're really after it. I don't actually know what was in that, so I can't really know if it's anything worth thinking about or worth looking at. Something. Here we are. Here's your rocket. So this super fast, rocket rush turned out to take 3 hours anyway. I can't believe it's been 3 hours. Oh well, I'll get 10 minutes back. Right, yes. So I say we will launch this. Just post on Reddit for Demolish Egg so you can catch the worm. Then you can beat Moadib as a mod request. Cool. Woo rocket, indeed. Right, so yes, I say we will fire this off and then we will be done, which is end of stream anyway, so that was all I would be doing normally. So off we go. Have I got legs on? Can I run quick or relatively quick? I can. So here we go. Last rocket in version 1.1. I assume. You never know, I might come back to it for some reason. I'm not got any other series running. Whee! And there we go! Whoop, indeed! Well, thank you all for joining me. So it was not my plan to do it as 3 hours. It was my plan to do it earlier so that I could get the content out to you, basically. But yes, thank you all for joining me. It was great fun, like just revisiting the absolute pure, straight vanilla, no changes, and also doing it in this way. It was a little. It's interesting. One of the things I was going to point out, and I never did yesterday, was that I've sort of missed 4 streams effectively because of things I wasn't. Entire weekends that I had to go away basically. And if you look at the if you sort of say, well, a couple of them I'd have probably done no matter what. But if you look at the time that I did the off-stream stuff, because it's 45-hour playtime, as it says, I think it works out to, because this is 13th stream, so that's 39 hours. So I've done 6 extra hours, basically. So I say 2 extra streams, and we would have got here anyway, sort of thing. So it was a sort of an interesting coincidence that it would have fit into the period of time that I planned it in to be, basically. Although, of course, I did have to stop the SpaceX one. So yeah, that was an interesting thing that it was in the end going to be exactly the time I thought it was going to be. So let's pop the schedule up. I did edit this, and hopefully it's accurate, but we will have to see. There will be no stream from me next weekend because that's one of the weekends I'm losing. And we will be, or I will be away that weekend, so there will be no stream at all. That is obviously just before the release day, which is 21st, 22nd, 23rd. It is still the plan and still the intention to have a save file that is ready to go that we can use to visit whichever planet you wish me to. There is a poll up on my community channel on my, community page on my YouTube channel if you want to vote on which planet we go to first. We will go to them in the voted for order. So most popular, first, second, third. I'm deliberately staying away from that so that it's a bit of a surprise, but we will see where we go. And that will be the 21st, 22nd and 23rd. Where I was going on about how maybe I might be able to take the days, my boss has taken that week as leave, so I will almost certainly not be able to do anything longer than the short 2-hour type streams I'd been talking about before. Whether I then pick up for more streaming later on in that week when I'm off, I don't know, but we shall see. I might be a bit sort of tired at that point because tomorrow the first QA video will go live. Whether it is the full set of questions you've asked on that Q&A thread, I don't know. I did pick up some others from video, so that blog post, that community post there. So I did also pick up a few questions from other ones. But yes, there will be a video that goes live, whether it's to say the full set or it's sort of half the video, and then I put the rest live the next day. I don't know, or the day after even. Oh, that was good timing. Oh no, camera's okay. But there will now be the live stream on the 15th. So because I am away for work tomorrow and not back till pretty late, I will do my QA live stream on the 15th. And so that will pick up. If you've got any questions, if you drop questions into that Q&A video or anything you want to ask me about the game, I will happily answer it. I have a cheat thing, and if you're not already at that point fully saturated on all the content, then you can come and have a chat. There's a few things I have reserved, basically, in order, if no one turns up, none of you got any questions, there are a few things I can go through that I've already prepped. For me, for that, and also the other thing that starts on the 14th will be the Let's Play series. As I say, I suspect what might happen is it ramps up because editing time is not there. So, there'll be a video that's already done on the 14th, but then you might end up on next weekend. Although you won't get live streams from me, you might get 10 Let's Play videos. But that is where I'm prepping that save file for us to go to the planets. So that's all of those. I think the video, Let's Play, live stream. Yes. So that's all my Let's Play. That's all my Space Age content. What I'm doing is I am still effectively doing what the embargo requested, which is not talking about the final planet and the end game. So my video, the reason it's a Let's Play is so that I can edit all of that out. Now, I say they did change that in the embargo, but I'm just going to stick with it. So if you don't mind spoilers for the intermediate planets or, Alvis, I guess, or platforms as well, then my stuff will be safe from that. We'll have that in there, but it won't have endgame spoiler type stuff. And I say editing it lets me do that. It also lets me cut out the normal gameplay, because you've seen that, I'm sure, a million times before. Yes, so that's all the preamble stuff. So to summarise, no streams next weekend. Videos start going live on Monday for the expansion. What else? Let's just again chat, make sure. Great success, thank you. Will we be doing any release stream on the 21st? Not that I know of. I think they're leaving that to everyone else, basically. I'm sure they'll be busily fixing bugs that people find as they're doing live streams. Curious when we will drop the trailer. Yeah, that's an interesting question. I don't know. Yeah, I sort of, guessed that the final Friday Facts would be the trailer, but it might be afterwards, I guess. Yes, so I think that's all the self-promo stuff. Otherwise, if you are new here, if you just popped in and you've not seen me before, you don't know what this is all about, I have a YouTube channel where you will find VODs for all of this series, as well as all of my previous series where I've done loads of Factorio, Mega Base. What else? I've done Bob's, Angels, Crash Storio 2, a bit of SpaceX. I did a aesthetic series. What else? There's a blueprint designing series, all sorts of Factorio. Then a whole bunch of other building and management games. So Tectonica, Satisfactory, and Dyson Sphere Program. A couple of Dyson Sphere Programs, as I'd say, that's, I really like that game as another factory building game. So that's all on there, as well as every week. What I've been doing is very detailed analysis of Friday Facts. A lot of YouTubers go, the way of doing summaries and small videos on the Friday Facts. I go the other way, and I deep dive into it. I read everything out. I talk about details that I can add from, because I've done programming as my history, so sometimes I can add a bit of color, a bit of flavor, as well as I used to do a lot of speculation. Now that I've got the beta access, I can't really speculate because I know what's there, but that's all in there. So I don't think you'd be able to finish it all now before it depends how much time you've got, doesn't it? But there is a lot of video there if you wanted to catch up on that and find out all of the things that I got wrong when the videos start going live on Monday. So there we go. I think that's it. So thank you all for joining me. Hope enjoy whatever Space Age content you consume from Monday. If you have been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Factorio. Thanks for watching. Cheers.